Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to be looking at our 1984 Land Rover 90, and it's been in storage all winter and into the springtime, and it is possibly the dirtiest I've ever seen it from being in storage. It's just covered in dust, so today we'll start off with cleaning this up a bit. Looking at the state of all of the muck on the 90 here, it looks like there's been some cats living on it in the shed, because there's quite a few mucky paw prints on there, and the back is full of stuff that we've put in there for storage while it's been in the shed. So it definitely hasn't had the optimal winter, but what we're going to do now is pull this out, put it onto the grass so we can give it a hose down. Then after that, once we've cleaned it up, we'll evict all the spiders that are living around the outside and the inside. Then after that we can see where we can go from there. It's very windy today in the UK, but we'll try our best to get rid of as much wind noise as possible. Now we've got the 90 on the grass, we've got a bucket of soapy water, and the most important thing for cleaning a Land Rover, a ladder. So let's get cracking. With the 90 cleaned up now, we're going to do a couple of small jobs. First one being putting this trim piece back on. Now, this hasn't been on since we got the 90, and it fits here along the door, like so. Kind of links up with this one, continuing that pattern along the door. And you can see the nicks out of it from where it's been hit in the past, and that must have fallen off when it got hit one time. But how these are fixed on is with two different types of fixings. You've got this part, which goes in the door skin. They go in these holes, and then you push them all the way through. Then there's this part here, which you can't see very well, but that effectively slots into the bits in the piece of trim here, into those slots, and then once you've got all of those in, you line it up and then give it a swift push, which then pushes that into there, which locks the piece of trim onto the door. But before we can do any of that with new fixings, we need to get the remains of some of the old ones out. We were going to video removing the old parts, but they literally crumbled when we touched them, so you'll have to take our word for that. We have just polished up the paint that's going to be underneath this bit of trim, and now we are ready to start putting the mounting things in. There's two skins here, the outer one, which you can see in is painted. I'm not fully sure if you can see the second skin in there, but obviously the holes on both have to line up for this to go in. So first we're just going to push this through and wiggle it a bit to make sure it goes through both skins, which I think that has now. And then just use a rubber mallet to gently tap that into place. Now that took ages. We've got all of the insert things in the door now, and also all of the opposite parts on the piece of trim, and that was very difficult to get all of these things into each part. So what we're going to do now is not rush this, and we'll do this off camera, and we'll come back to you once we hopefully have this piece of trim on. We now have the piece of trim on, and that's got to go down as one of the most horrible jobs ever. There's either a technique to doing it or a special tool for it, and we have neither, so that took ages and was quite difficult. Now we've just put some wax on some of the black plastics, like the fenders here, and that's made them a bit of a nicer colour now. And we were going to do a couple of other jobs, but time is running out, so we're going to go for a bit of a drive. We are on the road now. The roads are quite busy. There's a brief break in the traffic there. And we forgot about how when you're driving this car, you find hills that you didn't really know were there, because you can hear the engine strain as you go up them. Turn on the air conditioning.